Hi, I'm Shivrani and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, I'm so delighted to have you stop by my channel today. I'd like you to subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification bell. This channel is all about edifying content that will leave you blessed, super blessed. And for those who are not new on this channel, I would like to thank you for always coming to see my video. I'm grateful to you. And before you go on, please take some time and like this video. Like it before we go on. Thank you. Last week, I started a series on 10 kinds of men too dangerous for you to marry, especially if you're a Christian lady. And last week, I treated 5. This week is the concluding part, and I'm going to talk about the remaining 5. If you missed last week's video, I'm going to drop the link to the video in the description box below. So do well to see the video from last week. The video blessed a lot of people, and I'm so glad it did. And today is not going to be anything short. Point number 1 for today, which is point number 6 in general, is a man who is disrespectful. Now, they used to say that men want respect, women want love. But me, I believe that okay, respect is not the sole need of a woman. The sole need of a woman is love. The sole need of a man is respect. But generally speaking, all of humanity, everybody wants respect. Everybody wants to be respected. Sadly so, even people that don't respect others, they want to be respected. So there's just a part of us that craves to be respected. So this man, does he respect you? Does he respect your friends? Does he respect your family? Does he respect even his own family? How does he relate with his parents? Does he speak disrespectfully to his parents or about his parents, to his siblings or about his siblings? Trust me, if he doesn't respect his mother, doesn't respect his father, doesn't respect his family, doesn't respect the people in his life, he's not going to respect you. And he's not going to respect your friends. He's not going to respect your family. So looking at this man generally, is he respectful? How does he talk to people? How does he talk about people? And especially, how does he talk to the people that are kind of below him? Like when you go out to the restaurant with him and people that look like they are lower in class than him, how does he speak to these people? How does he speak to them rashly? Does he talk to them anyhow? There are people like that they can respect people, every other person, but when they see that somebody is below them in their social class, or somebody is below their social class, or somebody is just below them in one way or the other, they don't respect them. That's why there are people that talk to their drivers anyhow, talk to their mates anyhow, just because they feel these people are low. So you have to look out for these things. How does he respect people? Is he generally respectful to people, whether or not they are highly placed or they are lowly placed? You know, the Bible says that we should honor all men. Everybody is deserving of honor. It doesn't matter their social status or whatever class they are. Now for you, does he respect you? Does he respect your boundaries? Does he respect your opinions? Is he the kind of person that when you say your opinion about something, he replies rashly? Is he generally disrespectful? A man that is disrespectful is very dangerous for you. And many times we get carried away when we're in love. We feel that because he treats us well and he treats us nicely, he talks to us nicely, he says all the sweet things, he says all the right things, then there's no problem. But beyond you have to look at how he talks to other people. He may talk to you nicely because he wants to get married to you, or probably maybe he too is enraptured in the old feeling, and that's the reason he's speaking nicely to you. One way you can judge if a man is respectful is not exactly how he treats you or talks to you in the beginning. It's about how he treats other people. Just watch him, how he relates to others. You can be blinded with how he treats you, with how he talks to you. But from how he relates to other people, from how he respects others, from how he treats others, you can tell if he is disrespectful. Point number 2, the second kind of guy that is dangerous is the guy who is stringing you along. In all probability, he won't even marry you. So if I say dangerous for you to marry, he won't marry you in all probability. What I mean is that this kind of guys that they are not making it official. Do you get? They won't ask you out. They won't ask you for a relationship, but they'll be enjoying relationship benefits from you. Many people call it situationships. Many people call it canopy ministry. The truth is that when situationships end, the heartbreak is not different from when a relationship ends. Trust me. So if a guy is stringing you along, what you're supposed to do is you call him and talk to him about it. If the guy is a manipulator and if the guy is just wicked, it's going to make you feel bad for asking him what is going on between us. But you guys are not children. You and him know that something is going on between you people that is not defined, that's already looking like a relationship, and even people are assuming that it's a relationship, and you guys are giving each other relationship benefits. You may not be sleeping with each other, but emotionally it's draining. You are giving so much emotionally to something that is not defined. Most ladies that wake up to wedding invitations, or they hear that this guy is getting married, fall in this category because they didn't define it, and probably they were enjoying the attention too, but the guy knows he will not marry them. Do you get? But they are thinking, or they are just there thinking that, okay, because he's giving me so much attention, he's doing so much, hopefully he would ask me out one day. See, when time is passing and time is going, call the guy and tell him what's going on. You guys should define it. There's nothing as dangerous as a relationship that is not defined. So when somebody is stringing you along and they're just wasting your time, most of these kind of men are time wasters. They will waste your time and move on with somebody else, and it's going to be really, really heartbreaking for you. So call him and sit down, talk about it. If he gets mad because you said it, or he calls you desperate because you guys should define what's going on, then you know that it's time for you to move. Like, just move and leave them. Stop giving relationship benefits. Stop cooking for him. Stop doing all of that. It's going to hurt you. Trust me. It's going to break you. And on the guy's part is wickedness. If there's any guy under the sound of my voice or is listening to me right now and you are doing that to somebody, it's very wrong. It is being wicked because you are draining them emotionally, and that's very selfish. You know you won't marry them and you are getting relationship benefits from them. If ladies are crowding you as a man and you just feel you didn't do anything, they're the ones forcing themselves on you, for the sake of your integrity, define it. When you say that things are not looking like normal friendship anymore, just talk about it and let them know where you stand, so that if they refuse and they still hang on, then it's going to be on them, not on you. The third kind of guy that is dangerous for you to get married to is the guy who puts pressure to sleep with you. The guy who puts pressure to sleep with you, in many cases, he won't marry you. It's all about your body. A man who loves you for real is going to respect you, respect your body. And the thing with true love is that true love waits. I like the story of Joseph and Mary. You know, Mary was pregnant with a child. Joseph was not the one responsible. He wanted to put her away. You won't know all of that story. The most striking thing for me was that after Mary and Joseph get married, Joseph didn't sleep with her till she gave birth to Jesus. So Joseph had respect for what Mary had in her womb, what she carried in her womb, and he doesn't want to mess it up. Even under normal ground, under legal grounds, if Joseph had slept with Mary, I don't think it was wrong because that was his legally married wife. But Joseph just respected what she carried in her womb because he already knows what she was about to birth. So he had respect for it. A man that has respect for what you carry in the womb of your destiny would not want to mess you up, would not want to sleep with you, would not want to put you in a situation where you are pressured to sleep with him. So if the condition for which the relationship must go on for the man is that he must sleep with you, then you should let him go because he's not respecting your body. So you should not come under any pressure. No matter how much you feel you're in love, once that pressure to sleep with you is there, then there is danger. So don't come under pressure. Your body is a temple of the living God. And if he respects God, he's going to respect God's temple. Point number 4, the kind of guy that is dangerous is the guy who hides you. Does he hide you? Now, I'm not talking about him like publishing you on his social media. Many people don't like to bring their relationship to social media for obvious reasons. So it's good to build in private. Even me, people on social media didn't know about my relationship until it was close for me to get married. Many people just prefer to do things that way. Well, if you want to talk about your relationship on social media, it's not wrong. If you feel comfortable with it, I'm just saying that many people like to take their relationship off social media till maybe it's solidified. That's a different case. But in real life, does he hide you? He doesn't want his parents to know about you. Okay, maybe I'm going too far. He doesn't want the people in his life to know about you, maybe his friends. Some people may not really want their parents to know till they are super sure, especially if they have had relationship breakdowns and they've introduced different people to their parents and it didn't work. So that is quite understandable. But with the people in his life, especially when you people are far gone in the relationship, does he hide you from his family? Does he hide you from his friends? Does he hide you from his parents? He doesn't want the people that mean a lot to him, the people that are really close to him, he doesn't want them to know about you. Then there's a problem. You don't want to marry a man who has skeletons in his cupboard. Many people get married and they're like, it was after the wedding they realize that the man has been married somewhere and he has children somewhere. If there's nothing for him to hide, I don't think it would have any reservations to you getting to know his friends, his family, and also him knowing your friends and your family. So does he hide you? You don't want to be with a man that is embarrassed at you. It's even a waste of time. Why would somebody like want to be with you when they're embarrassed at you. So you don't want to be in that situation, especially people that are pitying. You don't have to marry somebody that is pitying you to marry you, or it's just embarrassing. He cannot show you off. Then it's dangerous. So the kind of man, number 4, that is dangerous for you to get married to or consider getting married to is the kind of man that hides you. He hides you. Point number 5, the kind of man that is not accountable to anybody, is not submitted to anybody. Nobody can talk to him. That kind of man is dangerous. The reason why people would usually advise you to be with a man that has somebody that you can report him to is not so that you should be reporting him to people. Do you get? I heard the same advice that you should have a man that has somebody that you can at least report him to. And I felt it was a good idea. But since I knew my husband till now, I've never had the cause to report him to anybody. If there was anything, we settle it between ourselves, like as matured people. So there's no point reporting him to anybody. Do you get? So the reason why they say have somebody that you should be able to report him to somebody is not so that you should be reporting him to somebody. If you people are matured, you should be able to iron things out between each other. But it's safe that you have somebody that it's safe that you have a man that he has people that can call him to order. He has people that he respects. He has voices that he's submitted to. Having a man that is not submitted to anybody, nobody can correct him, nobody can talk to him, is dangerous. That's why many times, is like in the first point, I was like, you should marry a man that fears God and honors God. If a man fears God and honors God, he would be able to respect the voice of God through his counselors, through the godly people in his life. It could be his parents, it could be his father, it could be his mother. So it's not like it has to be somebody out from the blues. It could be his father. Does he respect them? Does he respect, especially if he has godly parents, does he respect the voice of God through them? Does he esteem the instructions of God through them? How does he take instructions from them? How does he take corrections from them? So you want to be with a man who is submitted to somebody, who has people he's accountable to. It could be just one person, but don't just be with a free ranger who is just, there's a law to himself. He can do what he wants. Nobody can call him to order. And that's the end of the 10 kinds of men too dangerous for you to get married to. I hope this blessed you. If it did, kindly share. And also, I would like you to put your comments in the comment section. I want to see your comment section below. I would like to know how this blessed you. You know, they say feedback is the breakfast of champions. So when you give me feedbacks, I know that, okay, you are getting blessed and you want me to keep coming here and putting this content out. So please let me see your comments, and also like this video if you haven't yet liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell as well. Before I leave, I would like to call you to salvation if you have not yet given your life to Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father except through him. So if you are struggling with sin, if you're not yet born again, if you're not giving your heart to Jesus, I want you to release your heart to him, or take the life of Jesus, the life that Jesus offers to you. Take it today. Confess your sins. He's faithful and just to forgive you and to cleanse you from all unrighteousness. I'll be posting this prayer next that I would like you to pray if you want to give your life to Jesus, or you want to renew your relationship with him. Pray this prayer, and I believe that God is going to help you and is going to keep us all standing to the coming of Jesus. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a blessed day. Bye.